This night before Halloween episode of Unfiltered is tales of bullies and broken legs, as told by Jax and Stapleton. Coming to you from the dark, dusty corner of Studio 1224.
It's time for the calm and the crazy train. Even when they disagree, besties they remain. So buckle up, grab a coffee, a smoothie or a beer. Jax and Stapleton Unfiltered is finally here. Coming to you from 1224 in 3. Coming to you in 2. Straight, always real raw fun. Coming to you from Studio 1224. Unfiltered has begun. Unfiltered has begun.
Cut! Welcome back.
Here we are.
I just can't even with you right now.
Why? These... Do you not like my hat?
I didn't know it was Hat Day.
Well...
But I know the reasons. I know the reason, but I don't know. I'm actually lost at words. I'm going to let you go ahead and take it.
Okay, so anyway, I'm hitting my stand here. So we lost Diane Keaton.
Yes, that was so
and
sad.
Such a sad moment. She was an amazing person, actress, human. So I wanted to wear a funny hat today and glasses in honor of her.
Well, good. I am so happy.
I don't have a felt hat. But I would so take her hat collection if they would like to give it.
She's, you're not giving her justice at this moment, but I'm very
not?
proud of you. Because she liked that whole scarf, and she was just like, do you know why she wore hats and stuff?
She hated her hair.
No. It's because she wanted to protect herself
from sun
from
cancer.
the sun.
Yeah.
Because of why?
She had been fighting skin cancer since she was 21.
Yep. So, but that became like her thing.
Mm-hmm.
That was Diane Keaton, 100%. I loved her so much in so many movies. She was just such a joy to watch all the time. And, it was so sad to hear that. So sad to hear that. She's definitely one of my favorites.
Yes. And it was pneumonia.
Yeah.
They got her.
She just I guess she was sick and then she had collapsed or something. And then, they ended up finding out that wasn't anything major, but it's unfortunate. I still see to this day that everybody is posting all kinds of things about her and all these wonderful quotes and things. So wow, we are true fans. And Stapleton obviously is a really major true fan. I didn't know it was Hat Day. I would have bought my hat. I mean,
actually, I just wanted to start with it.
We have show and tell. I would like to know what we're showing and what we're telling.
I just thought about it today. I was like, I'm going to wear a hat today for a little bit. But it also has my hats. And our discussion, our topic today, has a hat story.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So.
I think I remember that.
Yeah. So anyway.
Yeah.
I think I could support rocking it. I wish it was felt, but. And if the kids want to donate Diane's hat collection to me, I would be more than happy to take it on. She had cool hats.
I know.
cool freaking hats.
She had amazing hats.
Yeah. You know, those things weren't cheap.
She looked good in them.
She was just
That was just
fun.
her. She was a
Just
very
fun.
classy woman.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
sure. And
Yep.
funny.
Mm-hmm.
Classy and funny.
Yep.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Classy and funny. So,
Yep. And the older she got, the more beautiful
Yeah.
she became.
100%.
Mm-hmm.
It's just sad loss for sure. But we will be right back.
October is National Bullying Prevention Month. According to the National Bullying Prevention Center, 1 out of every 5 students report being bullied. 41.3% of students who reported being bullied at school indicate that they think the bullying would happen again. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, students who are both targets of bullying and engage in bullying behavior are at greater risk for both mental health and behavior problems. Now, 9 out of 10 tweens, or children between ages 9 and 12, are on social media or gaming apps. 49.8% of tweens said they experienced bullying at school, and 14.5% of tweens shared they experienced bullying online. Victims of bullying are 2 to 9 times more likely to consider suicide. Lastly, according to the Trevor Project, LGBTQ students who reported being bullied in the past year had 3 times greater odds of attempting suicide.
Welcome back.
Here we are.
Here we are. Today I kind of wanted to cover with Stapleton one of the top subjects that really is a huge thorn in my side, and that is bullying. And I am talking about bullying in all kinds of ways, and that is, it has gotten out of hand. What do you think?
Absolutely. I thought it was bad with us growing up, but it seems like it just is getting worse and worse. And not just in person, social media.
Yeah, it is definitely really out of hand.
It is everywhere.
I kind of wanted to touch base on it. I wanted to give a little bit of a rundown of some of the statistics that I have found, but I know two people that are near and dear to me that have experienced bullying in school, and how parents and some of the teachers and or counselors or principals, sometimes they do things about it, but sometimes they turn their head. And there's times that I don't know if they want to pay attention to something is going on. I think every case should be taken serious when it comes to bullying.
100%.
Yeah. One, youngster that I knew while he was growing up, he experienced a lot of bullying and picked on. There were times that, when the bell would ring or whatever, those, 3 individual guys would pick on him. And it would either be taking his backpack, kicking him around. They actually one time kicked him in the balls. They've done a lot of harassing throughout the time that he was in that particular school. And there were times to where the parent would go round and round with the principal and all the things, and it would be like a quick slap on the hand. And you don't know what you're actually doing to that kid by just doing a slap on the hand. Things should be taken seriously, because you're truly just, you're really giving them major thoughts of hurting themselves and doing certain things to themselves because they don't think that people like them. What's your thought about it?
Well, let's back up. When you made the comment that they only get a slap on the hand, that's just like when women are raped, or they don't come out and say it because of that reason. Mm-hmm. And so people that have the bullying or issues, and there is no consequence for the individuals doing it to the person, nobody's going to speak out or say anything.
Yeah.
So you just become
Just another number
Yeah.
that has been picked on. My pet peeve is parents. My pet peeve is why in the world, if the parent is notified of such behavior of their child, why are they still getting away with it? That is huge. Does the parent not want to just deal with it? Probably.
Well, do you think some parents think, oh, they just need to toughen up, they're just being kids?
Sure. I mean, I think there are some parents that are like that, but I also feel like the child learns certain behaviors by the way they grew up. You know, was there anybody that was abusive in the family? Did they show that kind of behavior, that it was okay to talk or hit somebody, you know, like to downgrade somebody, to call them names and or to, you know, take things away from them, pull them, push them, whatever the case may be? Or is that just the way that their kid is? I don't know. We all know growing up, I know growing up, that what right from wrong is, right? But are today's parents teaching them right from wrong? I don't know. I'm not here to judge, but what I'm here to say is the bullying has to fucking stop. In our elementary schools, our middle schools, our high schools, it has to stop. And the parent has to take things seriously when it comes to a principal or somebody contacting them about their child. Listen, everybody is a mama bear or maybe even a daddy bear, right? Not my kid. My kid would never do anything like that. You don't know what is happening behind closed doors. You have no idea. Your child could be manipulating you in some way, shape, or form. But that child that got harassed or whatever, that is sitting with them every fucking day.
And it goes into adulthood.
Yes.
It does not leave them.
Right.
Have you been bullied? Have you ever been bullied?
No. I've never been bullied.
Seriously?
I was probably, I can say I was bullied by my brothers, but that was common.
Right.
No, I don't feel like I was ever bullied while I was growing up in any shape or form. I think there was way more respect back, when I was growing up in my little town than probably most places. What about you?
Well, I was just thinking when I was on the playground and we used to play Smear the Queer, and I
What?
was always the queer.
You used to play what? What was that called? Square the Queer?
Smear the Queer. Do you remember?
Was that a thing?
That was a thing growing
Shut up.
Yes.
What did that mean?
And when you're right,
Wait, Smear the Queer.
so they would pick one person, and then everybody would run and try to grab them and tackle them.
They were chasing the potential queer?
And it was just the name of the game. And I look at it now, and I'm like, oh my God.
I'm still a little baffled that you guys played a game that, was everybody chasing everybody? I don't get it.
No, you
Help
picked
me.
one person, and the one person was the queer.
Oh, so then they would run and we would see who
The
would be caught?
one person that was the queer would run, and everybody would chase after them and try to tackle them. And it was Smear the Queer.
God, I am still fucking lost. So, I just want to get this right. There's 6 people, right?
Okay,
I'm
6
just
people.
There's 6
Okay.
people. So when you have 6 people, how do you make the decision who the queer is?
Everybody picks.
Okay, so is it just join of hands?
Like, okay, you're the queer, and then attack.
Wait, okay, so within the 6 people, they just point at the one person. So there's 6 people, but the one person's pointing at somebody else, but 5 other people are pointing at this one person. So then once this one person is tagged as the queer, they start running.
Yeah.
And then what?
And then that person gets tackled.
And then what? Just
it's
tackled?
A dog pile.
Or they dogpile them? Dude, that's bad.
I look back now, and I'm like, it was just a game. But I look back now, and I'm
kick
like,
the can is a game,
motherfucker! Two square is a game. 4 square is a game. Not smear the queer. Yeah. Yeah.
Holy shit! How many times were you tackled?
I outran them. No, I didn't. I don't know.
So this tells me that you were tackled quite a bit. So they already knew you were a fucking queer. Dude, that's bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is a terrible game.
Terrible game. Horrible game. But it was like, hey, let's go play Smear the Queer. And then
everybody would be, great.
Yeah, let's go do it. And now the meaning.
I know, it's terrible. So tell me how old, like what age range?
That was probably 3rd or 4th, 5th grade.
Okay. That's still young to be playing that kind of game.
Yeah.
Where were your parents when this was going on?
And it was just being rough. I mean, I don't know if we did not know the meaning or it was just a game to us. But now I look back and I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah.
That is a
That
huge...
is weird.
Yeah.
That's a weird game. Seriously, when I was that age, we were playing kick the can.
And we did that too.
Like that,
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It was just crazy.
Yeah.
But
I look now and I'm like, holy crap.
wow.
And are people still... are kids still playing
doing it? I don't know. You have to tap into your Oregon friends to see if that is still a thing. I mean, there's times that you can tease someone, and teasing is just being funny. It's not being hurtful, but some people could take it as it being hurtful, and you don't know that you're hurting them.
Right.
Because you don't know that you're triggering on something that maybe happened when they were younger.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I am huge with that. There was never any smear the queer in my world at all. But as I get to know younger generation and some of the past relationships that I've been in, knowing that one of their kids is being picked on constantly, it just... it makes you want to go confront the little shit that is doing the harm.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not to say that maybe at times that the individual who's being picked on didn't cause something. It's not a matter of my kid is better than your kid or whatever. But when it is ongoing consistently with the same individual, there's a problem. And that problem needs to stop. I used to get so like a come apart situation. There wasn't anything that I could do with him being so far away when he would be picked on. But now I find that another individual who is a female that is being picked on in high school constantly is just mind-blowing to me of how that can continue.
What kind of pick on? Like name
calling them names, spreading rumors that are not true, just being very, very hurtful. And when you are spreading rumors about someone and then all the whispers are going around, it gives people that complex. It's just like what I had read. There are more girls that are picked on verbally, right? And than boys. Boys are more picked on physically about them. So there's that. I mean, I had the example of the boy that I knew that was picked on, and it was a lot of mental abuse, verbal abuse, but it was also physical. The girl that I know currently that's still being picked on is a lot of verbal. A lot of, he said, she said, she said, those type of things. And it is time for parents to own up to their any complaints that you get from maybe a parent that says, hey, and they go and they confront the parent and say, hey, why is this happening? This needs to stop, so on and so forth. And the parent doesn't do anything about it and believes the individual that they're not doing anything when you have no clue what is actually going on. I feel like a parent should take everything serious in this situation, in these situations, period. You better not be doing this, Lisa. I stuck up for you, but I tell you what, if I find out that you have been doing this, we're going to have words, and there's going to be other, I'm going to have to hold you accountable for this, this, and this.
Do you think the people that bully have regrets when they get older?
Yes. Yeah, I think some of them do. But I also think that there are some teenagers right now that are just...
assholes.
Yeah, they're just assholes. 100%. They're just assholes. They don't give a shit who they're disrespecting. They think they're the shit. And guess what? Karma is going to fucking hit you in the face someday for behaving that way and not respecting others. It does not matter who it is. Respect others.
Yeah, yeah.
We grew up differently.
Yeah.
Besides your smear the queer. But we grew up differently, but we grew up with integrity. My parents were very kind to people. My dad was very good to people. My mother, same goes. So that's the example that I grew up with. So it is something that I do believe that starts from when they are younger, seeing the things. Mm-hmm. What do you think?
I'm just going back and thinking, I have a story that the other day, a friend of mine said that her husband was coming back to town. He had been out of town for 5 or so days. And I made the joke, and I said, he's going to be back in town today. And I said, hey, if you guys feel the earth move today, it was so-and-so. And I laughed because I was talking about them missing each other and actually having sex and then, just being excited.
What does this have to do with bullying?
I'm getting to that. So, and she made the comment, she goes, you're such an asshole. And I was laughing because I was presenting it a certain way. And she kind of giggled and laughed, but it was like, you're such an asshole. And kind of had this look on her face like she was kind of confused, but we were all kind of joking.
Yeah.
And so she leaves. But later on that night, I got a text and it said, hey, I thought you were fat shaming me.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. And I was like, oh my God. Because I don't see people that way. I would never do that.
No, not
and
at all.
It brought back all these emotions of like when I was bullied as a kid, and I was bullied by the best. And I went and I texted back and I was like, oh my God, I would never do that. I said, I was talking about you and your husband and you having a good time that night. That's where I was going with that, just trying to be funny. And I said, for one, I would never, I felt horrible. Oh, shit!
Oh, Lord have mercy. We've had some challenges today.
I cannot believe.
I am not even kidding
I
you.
cannot believe that just happened.
So, we're back.
Here we are.
I'm in a different chair.
Yeah.
I'm actually looking down on Stapleton.
Mm-hmm.
Back to the bullying passion, I guess, you know, the floors were rocking. Once we started talking about bullying and kids and what have you, I think it's still just a big issue out there that we have to work on. We have to work on as adults to recognize what is actually happening to these kids and why we're setting them up for anxiety and self-harm and things like that. It's just a little too much right now.
Yeah.
Dang Stapleton and her smear the queer bullshit. You know, it is what it is, but today's world, it has to be a little bit different. I did pull up some information just to kind of make it more, I guess I wanted to see like what the overall statistics were on it, and it does advise that 1 in 5 students report being bullied during the school year in the United States. And that's interesting. It says in the United States. I just wonder in other countries if they go through as much as we do. Bullying rates tend to be the highest in middle school, with approximately 25% students reporting incidents. Approximately 25% students reporting incidents. Every piece, every little thing, every report matters. Cyberbullying. Mm-hmm. Cyberbullying is on the rise, with around 15% students experiencing online harassment. That's them hiding behind the screen and saying terrible things to your kids. And that did happen to the girl I was talking about. That definitely happened to her several times, and I think that is absolutely terrible. But again, as we had talked about, physical bullying includes hitting, kicking, and physical aggression. About 6% students report physical bullying. 6%, that's still big. Verbal bullying, name-calling, teasing, or threats. That alone is around 13% of students experience that verbal bullying. Verbal bullying is huge. I do. It is fucking huge. And I'm going to get a little bit further into that part as well. Social, relational bullying spreads rumors, which I had talked about with the individual female that I knew. It is the damaging to relationships. That approximately it encounters 5% of the kids in this situation. And then bullying through digital platforms, roughly 15% of students have faced cyberbullying. Girls, like I said, are slightly experience social and verbal bullying, while boys are more likely to face physical bullying. The incident peaks in middle school and generally decreases in high school. I don't believe that. I believe in high school it probably is worse because of what I have heard in the past. Currently with a few girls that are in high school at this time that's going through some rough times with the bullying part. The bullying happens especially in hallways, cafeterias, and any kind of classrooms when your teachers aren't even around, they don't even know what the hell's going on. So I think that's really, really pathetic, if you ask me. It is still a challenge for, I know, educators. It's got to be a challenge if it's happening at school. These schools are very large, so it's probably hard for them to detect it. What do you think?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we can't blame it all on, that there's not enough or that they're not paying attention. It's There is a lot of kids that are going to school with very minimal teachers that we have, right? We don't have a lot of availability for some of these students for them to catch the students doing it to other students. I don't think so. I do believe that Stapleton and I had talked originally about, you learn the things as you grow up. But I also feel very, very passionate about what we're seeing on TV right now. Things that are being thrown out there by a leader that I am not the most fond of at all. And I'm going to keep this whole political part a little brief, but I think those that know me know of what my beliefs are. What about you, Stapleton?
Yeah, I'm right there behind you.
Yeah.
Preach it, sister.
The current trends with political bullying is huge. It is very huge. If you guys think about what is being reported out there as far as, you got your political leaders that are being bullied, you have your judges being bullied, you have anybody that is in the Senate that can be bullied. All of the bullying starts from the top. I believe in you as a leader, no matter what position that you're in, you lead by example.
100%.
You lead by example. And right now, as a leader, it's not about me. As a leader for you, Stapleton, it's not about you. It's about the people. It's about the people that you are actually leading. How can I set them up for success?
Yep.
How can I help them? Knowledge is power. I try to give them as much knowledge as possible, right? But when you are seeing from the top that it's okay to bully and take things away from others because they're not in your party, that is not taking care of the people. That is just bullying. They're basically taking away the things that affect the people because they're not in agreement with whatever political reasoning that is at the time. It is affecting everyone's pocketbook. It is affecting everyone mentally. And I think that with the way that it is today, Stapleton, I feel embarrassed, to say the least.
Very embarrassing. Why can't everybody just come together and just respect and love?
Mm-hmm.
And just because somebody has a different opinion doesn't mean you should attack them. Come to a mutual ground in the middle and move forward.
Yes, right. Middle ground. But it isn't about getting in the middle. It's about, right now, currently, it's about being on top.
It's power, control, and greed.
Yes, 100%. And there's nothing that anybody can do because of that power. They try to do it, but there's consequences to try to do it, right? Try to help the people, try to make it better. You can be on one side of the aisle, and I could be on the other side of the aisle.
Thinking somebody's pissed right now. If you guys could hear that.
So either aisle, you still have to come together to make it work. And it's not working. And it's hurting a lot of Americans right now.
And I do think people are trying and starting to come together a little more. I am seeing some minds that have been changed, and they're being vocal about it. Or you can see the change in even your neighbors, maybe.
Yeah.
So I think people need, like today, for instance, there was was it a boycott?
Yeah, something went on downtown.
Yeah, and the thing was, and I was asked, "You going to go?" And I was like, no, I don't want to get shot. And you just can't trust anybody right now, and it's not safe out there. And I think we need to all come together, but there are people like, for instance, me, that won't put myself out there for safety reasons. It just groups scare me.
Yeah.
And the craziness right now in the world. And we do need to get together and unite and make it change. But how do we do that? What can we do as individuals in the background do to help the ones in the forefront?
That's the thing. I feel like I can silence help at times, but I don't get in the middle of everything. I see Facebook posts from people that I know, friends that I have, family that I have, and I just have to turn my head. I don't try to get in the middle of all of that, but I have a hard time believing that they are all in agreement with what is happening today. It's just mind-blowing to me if you are in agreement about it. There is such thing as a middle ground in getting, just kind of help try to balance what it is that America needs, not what the leader needs. Listen, I think in the past when I've had other positions in higher roles as well, you may want to flex, but this is not a time to flex at all. It is a time for us to come together. There are other countries that are laughing at us right now. We do not have our shit together at all. And I feel sorry for the people that are being affected by the government shutdown. They are blaming the Democrats left and right, not coming to agreement, but you do know who controls things, right? We know who controls things at this time. And it's not him. You have your Senate that controls everything right at this moment. There's just some controls out there that you have to kind of look at and see.
It's terribly sad that there are individuals out there that have no problem hurting another individual, that doesn't even think twice about it.
Adults.
Yeah.
Adults hurting adults.
Yeah, and it is a scary, scary time.
This battle that goes back and forth that we see on TV is unbelievable. And that's what causes the issues with people that have an opinion about a specific, here we go, it is really pissed, about a specific politician or a specific aisle, whatever aisle it is, that they embed things in their head and they start to hate so much that they act out on it. And they're trying to target people and or being successful by killing people, which is so mind-blowing that we're not taming it down at all. It's like it is now even higher of what's happening in the United States. Like, when I hear that things are going to be taken away from government workers who may not go to work and they could be fired, because if they don't go to work they could be fired, or I'm going to take something away, or they're going to take something away from the Democrats. I visualize kids playing in the sand with Tonka trucks, and they are going to take away your truck so you can't do this anymore, or you can't have this, period. That is so fucking crazy. It is so crazy to see how things are being handled right now. I'm going to take this away from you. Okay. That's bullying. That's bullying because you're not agreeing with what it is that they want, and they want it now. So I'm going to take this away from you. But you're taken away from the country. You're taken away from our people. What's your thought?
I was just thinking about, I told you the other day that Riley had a parade in Andover, and she was marching, and I was by myself, and of course, you know, the political, there was people handing out flags and everything, and this guy walked up to me, and he looked at me, and it was the strangest thing because it was like he didn't want to hand me a flag. It was a weird feeling.
What?
Yeah.
So like he stopped in the
He
middle?
kind of stopped and looked at me, and I put my hand out because,
Yeah.
you know, and I was
Sure.
like, yeah, I'll take one.
Mm-hmm.
And he kind of hesitated, but then he handed it to me, and then he walked off. And I thought to myself, I was like, that was weird. That was a weird
It's
experience.
rude.
Yeah. But and then I was looking at the flag, and I was like, what does this mean to me right now? This flag, and what
Yeah.
has happened to America? What has happened in our leadership and the control that's taking effect, and how it's goes down, and how it's hurting people. And I was looking at it, and then I was looking around, and Scooter had just went by, and I was like, yeah, Scooter, you know, and it was such a good feeling. And then I'm looking around, and there's these families and these kids going and grabbing candy, and I was handing candy to these people next to me, and they're like, you like chocolate here? And it was like such a cool event. And I'm looking at the flag and thinking, this is what the flag means to me. All these people loving each other,
people
having a
coming
great time,
together.
kids being kids,
Sure.
adults, and just everybody was getting along. And I was like, this flag every day should be a parade where people love each other, they have a good time, they're supporting each other, and there wasn't a care in the world. Everybody was getting along. And why can't our politicians, why can't we have that?
Mm-hmm.
And because this guy gave me the flag, and it was kind of weird, and then I looked at it, and then I looked around to see what was I surrounded with, and it was nothing but love.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And there was no, it was just,
People were enjoying the moment,
The moment.
and having a good time, and it was a lot of coming together. It didn't matter what side you were on.
It didn't matter if
They
you were
didn't
red,
need to
pink,
know
yeah.
what side you were on. It was just everybody coming
was
together.
there, yeah,
And that's the way it should be.
yeah. Every day needs to be a parade.
That's the way it should be. Growing up, it was never like this.
Yeah,
You were, you know, you could have been one or the other, but it wasn't such a huge, like,
divide.
I
such-
am, I just as well put a crown on my head so I can walk every day around that I'm the king, which is not true. I feel like you are leading everybody to be a bully, and it's okay. Young kids are seeing the behaviors of adults that are in high seats of the United States, and they're learning from it.
And this is
This
what's
is-
going to be,
This is the way it's going to
Yeah.
be. It's okay. And changing the rules of the law is insane. That people get away with what it is they're getting away with. I just have a really big passion about bullying, and it's not just in schools.
it is everywhere.
It's everywhere. It's everywhere you can imagine. I'm sure it's at somebody's work as well. You probably have that coworker that has to flex all the time and they get away with it. But guess what? Karma is a fucking bitch. And that motherfucker, she does not have, what is it?
Doesn't have a time limit.
She doesn't have a
Doesn't have
time
a time
limit.
limit.
It will happen. If you're not fucking good to people, karma's a bitch. And I always lead by example, whether it is my personal life or my career, my work life. It doesn't matter. You should lead by example. But there are a lot of bullies out there, and it's just getting worse.
And we can go on and on.
We can
and
go on and on
this.
and on about it, but this is probably. It's definitely a subject that you and I have talked about, but not really put it out there of our feeling on our podcast. Because, people are going to have opinions, but it's okay for Stapleton and I to have our opinion as well and put it out there, because kindness actually gets us somewhere,
And I think we have just scratched the surface. I think we'll eventually come back to this more.
Yeah, for sure, 100%. But it does tie into the bullying things with kids. I think it does start from a young age, and parents should be more aware of how their child is treating someone and truly correct and honor the kindness rule, that you may not agree with something, or you may think that somebody might be getting more attention than you. That doesn't give you a right to be a bully and to bring them down. It is not it's not your right. Be you and let them be themselves. That's all that matters. So I think, because it's getting a little bit quieter out there, I think we're just going to kind of zip this subject up a little bit in a tiny little package and talk about things as they come. But do know we also believe in kindness. I say it every time after our podcast, but it is something that is really just setting me wrong, and I kind of have to talk about it. So
you did a good job.
Well, thank you.
Heck yeah.
Anyways, again, dedication to Miss Diane Keaton, that Stapleton is wanting to, wear the hat. But this is going to be it for now, and I hope you guys understand where it is that we come from. We come from peace, and it is important for you to please continue to watch your children. And if somebody says something to you, that somebody said something to them, a friend or whatever on the playground or whatever, please just set your child down and pay attention to what it is that they're saying. So until next time, I hope you have a wonderful week, and I think we're going to close for now. Peace. Oops, I went 3. 3 out now. Peace out, everybody.
Love each other.
Love each other and be kind.
Deuces.
It's time for the calm and the crazy train. Even when they disagree, besties they remain.